Hello, I'm Kim Trathen, business and marketing coach, and this is a little off-centered here. This is the live training for day 3 of the Create Your Messaging Challenge. So I decided to go live today for the video training. If you have not, if you're catching this replay and you haven't done the first 2 days, I'm still getting organized over here, guys, and you haven't done the first 2 days, no worries. You can easily catch up, and I'm not going to choose the winner of the mega prize until tomorrow. So you have plenty of time to catch up. Okay, each of the posts is pinned at the top of the Ambitious Female Entrepreneur Society, right? It's pinned at the top of our group so that you can catch up. And the prior day's trainings, guys, are like 5 minutes each. Okay, one of the things that I have absolutely loved, one of the changes I've made in my business over the last year, is really simplifying things. And what I have found, hi, it looks like we got a couple Stephanies on. Hi, Penny. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, guys, drop me a comment if you're joining me live because I can't always see who is on. Sometimes Facebook shows me and sometimes it doesn't seem to. Grab a drink too if you don't have something. I'm double fisting it, guys. I got my water and my coffee. So one of the changes that I made in my business over this last year was really stripping things down and really, really simplifying things. And what I found is that as my messaging simplified, and as I simplified systems, strategies, processes, as I simplified how I was running my business, things really started to come together, and I saw so much more success in my business. And the thing is, especially when we're talking about messaging, a lot of people overcomplicate it. And I think it's a couple of reasons why. Number one, I think some people just aren't sure how to simplify their messaging. Number two, sometimes people think the more complex their messaging sounds, the better chance they have of signing a high-end client. It's kind of like in coaching, a lot of new coaches try to throw like everything into their program, and they want to talk about how many modules there are and how many workbooks there are and how many videos there are, because it's almost like they have to overcompensate for not feeling really, really confident in the result that they give. So they start talking about all these other aspects to it. Okay, so that overcomplicating your messaging, you're not alone. I used to do it. I think almost everybody has done it. Hi, Adrian. Good to see you on live. Hi, Bree. So almost everybody, I think, has gone through it or done that. So you're not alone, okay? But it is something that I think it takes a little bit, what's the word? Sometimes it's easy to craft. I take this with a grain of salt. Sometimes it's easier to craft a really complex statement because there's a really fine art in being able to simplify your messaging. I don't remember who it was now. I was chatting about this in the group on yesterday's thread with somebody. But stripping down your messaging into one short, clear statement can feel harder than this really long, drawn-out thing because the fewer words you are using in your messaging, the more power each word has to carry, right? We have to get really, really picky about what words we're putting in there. And I think that it says something about your level of knowledge, too, when you're able to simplify things so that everybody can understand it. Excuse me. And the truth is, it is now 2020, in the day and age of little tiny phone screens and social media. People are flipping so fast on social media that if your messaging does not instantly grab their attention, you've just lost them. Okay, so there's so many reasons why it is important to have powerful words and really clear messaging. So in this challenge, we were really focused on creating kind of your one statement, right? Who do you help? What do you do? Again, if you are joining the challenge late or you're brand new to the group, I will leave the training videos up. You do have to have things done before, let's say tomorrow, I'll write this down, before Friday at 12 p.m., noon, okay? Tomorrow at 12 p.m., if you want to be eligible for the grand prize winning. Shoot, and I don't have everything in front of me right now to give you the really great rundown, but the grand prize winning includes 3 different e-courses. This is like a pop quiz for me, right? Because I like to usually read this so I don't miss anything, and I forgot to have it in front of me. I know that you are getting my business bundle, which includes like from clicks to clients, and it's all of my tips on creating high converting landing pages, and you're going to get my ideal client worksheet in there. You're also going to get my course, Automated Moneymakers, that takes you from start to finish of creating passive income in your business. Yes, we want that, right? We want to make extra money in our businesses that doesn't take extra time. So you're also going to get the Automated Moneymakers course, and then you're also going to get my Master Your Content course, e-course, which shows you how to easily create 30 days of content, social media content in your business. Okay, so these total courses, guys, are valued at over $2,000. So much power and information in these. Valued at over $2,000. One person is going to win it this week, okay? And what you have to do to win it, you have to do all 3 days worth of trainings, okay? So there's a post for each day. Short video, guys, are like 5 minutes. If you're just joining the group, make sure to do these. Do each day's training, comment below that day's post, and you have to invite at least 5 ambitious female entrepreneurs into this group. I don't have it in front of me, but I have like literally like chicken scratch written down with women's names. Some of you ladies are crushing it. 20 women have joined, 30 women, 40 women. I think the highest might be like 45. Somebody got 45 women to join this group. We have grown by a couple hundred women over just the course of a couple days. So that's absolutely amazing. Hi, Rhiannon. Good to see you. So guys, day 1, those of you that have already done the work, and guys, if you're joining late, still watch the training videos because I'm not recapping everything. But in day 1, we got really clear about the 3 reasons people buy pretty much any high-level service, okay? Your job in day 1 was to figure out which of the 3 categories applies to your business so that you fully understand exactly what motivates your ideal clients to invest with you. Okay, day 2 is when you wrote your statement. Yeah, Adrian said that's a lot of people. It is, a couple hundred more women in this group in the last couple days. It's amazing. Day 2 training then is when you ladies wrote your statement, which was like I gave you a fill in the blank template, right? I help blank with blank so that blank. Okay, guys, watch the 5-minute training if you haven't done this yet, and you'll understand exactly how to fill that in. Today, what I want to talk about the final kind of piece to crafting this really powerful messaging statement to attract your ideal clients, we're going to talk a little bit deeper about simplifying it, okay? Because simplifying your statement is one of the most important things you can do. I read a stat last year that said that in today's day and age, this is so sad. I can't remember the seconds attached to it, but that basically humans now have a shorter attention span than what they think goldfish have, right? You go on your phone and you're just inundated with information, whether it's news reports flashing up, text messages, email notifications, your social media. You're scrolling through your social media, right? Suddenly you see, your ex-boyfriend from high school and you're like, holy cow, he got bald and fat. Whatever it is, like we are inundated with information. If your ideal client has to stop and think about the result you get them, or they have to stop and think about how you help them, you've just lost them. Okay? If you're talking to somebody in person, you have more of a chance to have a conversation around it, right? But when you are on social media and you are trying to build an online business and attract your ideal clients, you have a split second to capture their attention. And if they have to put any form of thought into what you do and how you help and why they should invest with you, they're gone, right? Nobody is really, I should say there are very, very few people in the online space that are going to spend their precious time trying to figure out if you are somebody, if they would want your services. They have to know instantly what you do and how you help them, because they're going to make a split second judgment if they want to choose to look any deeper, read a full post, join your group, right? Read your emails. Like you have a split second to capture their attention. Adrian said, my attention span has gotten a lot shorter. Mine too. And I've gotten a lot pickier about where I'm willing to put my attention, right? If it's not going to help my family or grow my business, it's really not getting my attention in this day and age. Hi, Kiki. Looks like you're on. So guys, make sure you catch up on day 1 and day 2. And again, you need to have everything done, including those at least 5 ambitious female entrepreneurs into this group before noon on Friday, because that's when I'm going to pick the winner of the grand prize, the mega prize, valued at over $2,000. So let's get back to the day 3 topic. The day 3 topic is really about simplifying. Okay, guys? Oh, one other note. The reason I decided to do this one live is because if you have questions around your statement, if you have questions around which bucket you really like, maybe you picked one of those buckets you think that your business applies to, this is your chance to ask me live and get my live feedback on it. So go ahead and drop your questions if you have them. I went through and, typed responses to everybody these last 2 days. But if you're still unsure about something or you want a deeper answer, this is your chance to get it while I am live. So Homegirl has a couple calls today, and then I'm taking the boys fishing. So this is your chance to get those questions answered live. All right. I started to talk about, and then I think I got diverted, the overwhelmingly biggest mistake I see women making online is overcomplicating their messaging. Okay, an example that I gave somebody over these last 2 days is that, so I'm an online business and marketing coach, right? Very clearly and very simply, I help women learn how to get more clients online so that they can make money, okay? Very simply, I help you get more clients. It is so simple as that. I am not talking about organic search methods. I'm not talking about building an audience. And when I say I'm not talking about it, I mean, I'm not putting it in my statement, right? I was guilty of this in the beginning of my business too, that I thought I had to explain how I was getting people the result I was getting on. That doesn't need to be in your messaging. You know how you get those results. Not important to be in this statement. Hi, Amy. I'm excited to chat with you tomorrow. Okay, so how you get those results does not have to be in this statement, right? I'm not in there talking, I don't have inside of my statement. So what I could say that would be overcomplicating it is that I teach women organic search methods to grow their audience, get visible online, establish themselves as an expert, and learn how to close more sales so that they can sign more clients and make more money. Do you guys see the difference there? I could write a statement that has all of that in there, but I'm going to lose my audience like that, right? That is not the stuff that my ideal clients are attracted to, because really, maybe this is a bit of an overgeneralization. In general, people don't care about that, right? They don't really care how I'm going to get them the results. They just want to know what result I'm going to get, because by and large, most people online are self-absorbed. We all are. We want to know how it affects us. We want to know how it benefits us. Okay, so I could craft a really mouthful statement, but that is not what sells online. What sells are results. And it needs to be that top result, and it needs to somehow be connected to one of the 3 things that motivate people to buy. All right, I see some comments coming in, so I'm going to pause a minute and take a look at these. Okay, Stevie. Stevie said, I simplified mine this year, and it went from I help women in business stand out from the crowded marketplace and make more money. Now I say I help women get seen and get paid. 1,000%. 1,000%. That's it. Do you guys see how much more clear Stevie's message is? If somebody was reading her initial message that talked about standing out from the crowded marketplace, like that's a mouthful, and somebody would be like, stand out, what does she mean? Bam, she helps you get seen and get paid. So simple and clear. Love it. Good job on yours, Stevie. All right, let me see. Ellie, I want to expand your comment. There we go. Ellie said, loving this information. I'm trying to figure out the balance between creating a very simplified statement and identifying a more specific ideal client. Let's talk about that. Super, super important. There are a couple different ways to handle this. Having a very, very specific ideal client is incredibly important. Okay? Super important. Now, what I have done with my statement, and you'll see me, sometimes I'll say I help female entrepreneurs get more clients. Sometimes I think that's kind of a given if I say I help women get more clients online, right? Like they'd only be getting more clients if they're an entrepreneur. So that still resonates with my ideal clients, and it's still pretty clear in the context of who I help, right? However, if we really get down to it, which a lot of you know, my specialty is helping service-based female entrepreneurs sell high-ticket programs online. That is as specific with a grain of salt, okay? If we get even more specific than that, I typically help service-based coaches and consultants, because consultants I would lump in website, branding, graphic design, right? I help coaches and consultants get more clients online, okay? You can write a statement with your very specific ideal client in there, but it does become a little bit wordier, right? So what I do in my messaging, a lot of times I will say that I help women get more clients online. I think I have that like in my email signature, helping women get more clients, right? Because in that space, I'm emailing somebody, it's okay for me to do that. But what you'll see I do in my social media content or even in my emails when I talk about working together, and guys, I have a really amazing program kicking off in just a couple weeks. So I would love to talk to you ladies about it. If you are looking to truly have a systematic step-by-step strategy to getting clients into your service-based business, drop the word program and I'm happy to reach out and we can chat about it. Great, now I just got myself sidetracked with that. What I'll do inside of my content and when I talk about my programs is I'll say this is a good fit for you if, and I list right in there a service-based business. So that's one of the qualifying statements when I'm producing a piece of larger content, like my emails or social media posts. So that is one way to handle it, Allie, is you can keep your statement so that it's pretty clear, you know, like I'm not saying that I help all entrepreneurs, right? I say I help women or I say female entrepreneurs. So it's very clear that I work with women. But beyond that, I get more niche down inside of some of my content. So that's one way that you can handle that. Let's see. Adrienne said her statement was too long. Stevie said people are results driven. 1,000%. If you think your ideal clients are not results driven, I think you're probably wrong. I would love to see you comment and tell me what you do, and then let's have a little conversation if that ideal client is results driven or not. And again, I'm talking to all of you women that I'm trying to think, you know, if it's a product-based business, you still want that product to work for you, right? Even if you're buying toothpaste, it's all about the toothpaste that is going to make your teeth feel the cleanest and the whitest and the best. So I'm even thinking product-based businesses too. It is 1,000% results driven. Hi, Alicia. Yes, Amy, awesome program. Okay, Allie said, excellent, thank you. That makes great sense. Okay, wonderful. So stripping it down, guys, some of the messages that I saw, and I commented to a couple people that you're going to want to watch this day 3 training. Let me grab a drink of water. There are a couple things. That I see people do consistently that overcomplicates their messaging. Okay, number one, they're using really long words. Bottom line, in today's day and age with small phone screens, a long word looks really, really big and your message becomes really long, right? It can fill up the phone screen. So number one message, again, just jotting that down. Okay, number one, there we go, number 2. Now I have my thoughts down. One of the most common things that I see, mistakes that I see women make is using long words. So look at the length of your words. Short words. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I have flipped and that I often say I help women, because that's much shorter than saying female entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs is a really long word. And again, I don't think it's quite necessary with the rest of my statement because it's pretty clear if I'm helping you get clients, you are a business owner or you're an entrepreneur, right? So it's not necessary. If you have a long word that is absolutely necessary, that's different. But what I find is that people gravitate towards longer words. If you run your content through, and I might have mentioned this, I think I mentioned this last week if you caught that training. If you didn't catch that training, run your content through a free online readability checker. The majority of people that I have worked with that do this are writing for the 9th to 12th grade reading levels, and we want to be writing for the 4th grade reading level for social media. 4th grade reading levels are short sentences, short words, and lots of white space. That's what looks nice and legible on a teeny tiny phone screen. Okay, this is huge, guys. So think about that when you're crafting this statement, is make sure that you're using the smallest words that you can, because it's going to look, people skim, they scan, right? And they can read it like that online from their phone. The other most common thing I see people do that overcomplicates their messaging is they use industry jargon. And a lot of times that does come through more often. Like we were talking about in the beginning of this, how I said, I'm not explaining how I help you get clients. I'm not talking about search engine optimization or high converting content or the sales process, right? None of that is inside this course statement. I'm not explaining at all how I get you that. And oftentimes when people start to cram that how they get the results into this statement, you see even more industry jargon coming in. Okay, if I start talking about search engine optimization and things like that, my ideal clients, they don't really care about that. They just want more clients, right? They want to make more money. They want to know how to attract their clients online. They want a system to do that, right? Hang on, Allie said, are we talking just for social media posts or also for blogging and other website content? Yeah, I run all of mine through because most people are going to read your blog from a phone. You can track that in Google Analytics, right? You can track what device people are using, but by and large, people are on phones way more than they are on a computer. So even with a longer blog, you can still keep your reading level low. I do. All my emails, my website, everything, I have been condensing down my content to write really clean and really easy, because regardless of what platform they're, meaning blog, website, social media, emails, regardless of which platform you're writing for, the majority of people are still reading it from a phone screen. So I now run all of my content through, I'm still updating some things. Like I haven't updated all my website content, so I haven't checked all of that yet. But yeah, I would write all of it for that lower reading level, because that's the reality of today. People are skimming your blog just like they're skimming social media. You might get some really diehard followers, right? Some of your clients that read every, like word for word, they're hanging on your every word. We love those people, right? You will have some diehard followers that are hanging on your every word, but by and large, people are skimming. They want to know the points, they want to know the facts, and they want to know how it helps them. They want to get their information and they leave. Good question though. Really, really good question, Allie. Hi, Holly, if you're still on. Hi, Lonnie. Oh, I'm excited. Girl, you rocked it with inviting people into the group. You absolutely rocked it. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think you had like 40 women join. Okay, good. Drop the industry jargon. Here's a good test for this, okay, guys? The online readability checker is awesome, okay, because then you can see exactly what reading level you're writing for. One tip that I always give people is call your best friend and say the message to her. I'm assuming your best friend is not in your industry when I say this, okay? If she is, then don't call her, because the industry jargon would make sense to her too. But if your best friend is not in your industry, right? Or your mom, your neighbor, pick somebody and say, what would you think if I told you? And say your sentence and see if they're confused on any part of it. Okay? Because again, with my example, if I start talking about search engine optimization, I'm going to have people that do nothing with their website, right? Maybe they're not entrepreneurs and they're going to be like, huh? But if I say I help women get clients online, they'll go, okay, cool, right? Like anybody can understand that sentence. Lonnie said, will the recordings be available after I'm in a meeting? Yes, yep, the replay will be posted, Lonnie. You're good. No worries, no worries. All right, guys, stop overcomplicating. Simplicity sells, okay? Remember that in all areas of your business. Simplicity sells. Doesn't mean that how you help them is simple, right? Doesn't mean that you're simple-minded, that your business should be running simply. And we want things to feel easy to our clients, easy to understand and easy for them to work with you. Drop the industry jargon. That's a huge one. I saw that creeping up in several of the statements these last couple days. So I want everybody to do a double check and see if you have industry jargon in there that needs to come out. Ooh, Stevie said simplicity is her word for 2020. I love that. I love that, Stevie. Hi, Karina. All right, guys, I think those were all my tips for day 3. Remember, our reminder, if you're just hopping on, I do have a really exciting program kicking off soon to help a very select group of women get more clients. So if you would like details on that program and we can see if it's a good fit for you and your business, drop the word program. I'm also happy to hop on a free strategy session. So if you would like a free call with me, free 20-minute call, drop the word call, drop the word program if you want the program details. I'm excited to see. I want everybody in the bottom of today. Actually, maybe I'll do a separate post for it. Or no, on the bottom of the post that dropped this morning, I want everybody to review their statement for the tips I gave you today. Remember, simplicity sells, check the reading level, short words, okay? I want everybody to look at their statement, make any tweaks you need to make, and on the bottom of the day 3 post that went out this morning, I want you to write your final version of your statement. Whether or not that has changed from yesterday, I want you to drop that in the comments so that I can see what the final statement looks like for you guys. All right, amazing. That is it for today. Drop the word call if you'd like a free 20-minute call with me and we can talk about your content strategy. And remember, I got the program kicking off. One of the seats is already filled and it's a very select group of women that will be crushing it and getting my full strategy to get more clients. So if you want that strategy, drop the word program. All right, thanks ladies, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.